of course, I know you and I are both a little bit to the short side here, or would like to see it to the short side. Can we get some follow through before the election, in your opinion?
I think so, and the banks are kind of thinking the same thing. When you look at the VIX options, which are European-style options, the way they sell those, they kind of have to determine where is volatility going to be on a specific date, the expiration date of these options. So if you look at premiums they're asking for on calls versus puts, then you see every weekly expiration prior to the election, the calls are dramatically more expensive. They're just for this Wednesday, October 12th, calls are 15 times more expensive than the puts at the money strike. If you look out to the next two expirations, it's 20-fold more expensive. And then if you get to November 2nd, the last expiration prior to the election, it's 30 times more expensive for the calls than the put. After the election, those expirations, they drop off in terms of the bias towards calls. So yeah, I think if we're going to get this big sell-off, I think it should begin prior to the election.
All right, so what's your call here now? What are you looking for in the I guess we'll use the S&P or the Dow, either one. What are you looking for your first target on the downside? Now that I know that we know you're bearish, but what's your first target here now?
Sure. Well, Dow I actually have a cleaner target in. The problem is that it's rising rapidly, so it's most of my targets aren't just flat lines. They're usually sloped lines. In this case, I'm looking for 17,175 in the Dow, so that'd be almost 1,000 points lower. But that's only if we plummeted straight to it in a day. Otherwise, that target, 17,175, it rises by about 20 points per day. So I've looked at the slope, and basically every day that goes by, just add 20 points to that target, and that will be my target when it hits.
So a year from now, if we haven't hit it yet, it'll be right there, right?
That's right. We'll be there already.
As for the Dow, we talked, several weeks ago, and I think we, followed up with it about where, we were expecting a bottom in the Dow, and it was about 17,400 plus, about call it 12 points per day.
Don't be bragging. We know you hit the dead bottom. I got
you.
Got
it. Yeah, got it exactly. That's what I was driving at. So yeah, but we had to get it. What was strange about it is we had to get it in the futures market because the Dow itself never touched that level because it wasn't open on that election Tuesday.
It was election. I actually traded all night that night, so it was very good trading until I decided to start to sell rallies late in the morning, but.